So, imagine if the cash in your wallet wasn't just paper, but was fully digital, totally programmable, and came straight from the government. Well, that's not science fiction. It's exactly what's happening right now with China's digital yuan. We're about to dive into this new map of money and figure out what it could mean for all of our financial futures.
And that quote right there, that's really the heart of it. This isn't just about finding a new fancy way to pay for your coffee. Nope. This is about completely rethinking what money even is on a national and maybe even a global scale.
Okay, so what exactly is the ECNY, or digital yuan? Put simply, it's China's official government-backed digital currency. One digital yuan is worth exactly the same as one physical yuan, but it only exists in a digital wallet. Think of it just like cash, but in a purely digital form that comes directly from the central bank itself. Now let's start peeling back the layers. Because while the ECNY is definitely designed for you to use in everyday life, there is a much, much bigger ambition hiding just beneath the surface.
See, this is about so much more than just another payment app on your phone. China is quietly, methodically building the entire infrastructure to weave this digital currency right into the fabric of global trade. Make no mistake, this was never just a domestic project.
And that brings us to the bigger picture, the geopolitical game. Because this isn't happening in a vacuum. It's really playing out like a tale of two competing financial systems, each with a totally different philosophy about how money should work.
When you put them side by side, the contrast is fascinating, isn't it? In the US, the conversation is all about how to regulate private digital currencies, things like stablecoins, while making sure the US dollar stays on top. Meanwhile, China's going all in, pushing its own state-run ECNY to create what it calls a multipolar currency system. That's basically a world where the US dollar isn't the only game in town. So, next time you hear about ECNY while it's popping up in places like Hong Kong, remember, this is not just a simple tech upgrade. It's a calculated move on the global chessboard. It's a strategic maneuver designed to take the yuan international.
Okay, that's the high-level stuff. But what does this actually mean for real people and for real businesses? Let's get into how the ECNY is set to change the fundamental mechanics of global trade.
Well, for anyone who travels, invests, or does business with China, the immediate impact is pretty clear. Simplicity. Suddenly, payments just become seamless. You've got one wallet, one integrated system that works across borders. That's a powerful way to simplify things.
And here's the key difference in how that works. Right now, traditional trade is super complex. It relies on this whole web of different banks and messaging systems, and almost everything eventually settles in US dollars. The ECNY, though, lets China sidestep a lot of that. It can settle trades directly in its own currency, which not only makes things faster, but also builds a parallel system that's less dependent on the dollar. But all this efficiency, all this speed, it comes with a much bigger question. So now we have to look at the other side of the coin, the issue of control, and the very real trade-offs that come with a fully programmable currency.
And that really is the critical question at the heart of all this new technology. What are the trade-offs? You know, because the digital yuan is programmable, it can do things physical cash could never dream of. Tracking can be embedded right into the money itself. Financial rules and regulations can be written directly into the code of every single transaction. This opens the door to a level of oversight that is, well, it's completely new. And that leads to an incredibly powerful idea. When you design the very architecture of money, you also get to shape the behavior of everyone who uses it. China isn't just trying to play the game of global finance anymore. It feels like they're building a brand new stadium with their own set of rules.
So, where is all this headed? Let's wrap up by really thinking about what this could mean for the future of money, not just in China, but everywhere.
It all boils down to one final question. Who prevails? In this new financial landscape, what if the winner isn't a country or even a company?
What if, instead, the ultimate victor is whoever controls the architecture of money itself? The digital yuan might just look like another app today, but it represents something so much bigger. It could very well become the blueprint for how money will function for all of us tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in.